Dare to Grow, A Short Guide for New Lecturers by Jotham Joe Roge. To buy a copy of the book, see the links in the description below. Foreword. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? That's a typical question at a job interview meant to gauge your idea of career growth. Some may argue that it is an unfair question, given that you may not even know where you will be this coming weekend. Nevertheless, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, as they say, and if you aim for nothing, you will get it. It's a very good idea to have a number of goals and principles that can help you achieve that future better version of yourself, whether in the near or far future. It is good to have a plan that in the very least will keep you from becoming that teacher renowned for boring lectures with yellowed notes, out-of-touch examples, no contact with the industry, no control over a classroom, looking always worn out and can't even connect with his or her colleagues. So I'm writing this book for you, the new university teacher, who may very well be going through the same grind and drill that many of us have had to face, without anyone to hold our hand and walk us through it. In this short book, I hope to pass on some valuable experience that I've gained in my first 6 years of teaching at university, all the while as I was working on my PhD, having a full teaching load with administrative duties, as well as running several activities for mentorship and youth development, not to mention building my skill as an artist and a bunch of other life and family duties. You may have noticed that I use the term teacher instead of lecturer. I have done this for 2 reasons. Firstly, this book is meant for a much wider audience than university lecturers, and its counsels are applicable to teachers at high school and many other levels of education. The term teacher is a most honorable title and is applicable to all of us, whether we are at a university or at a kindergarten. Education is a noble and essential service to humanity, and being a teacher is a true privilege, regardless of rank. Secondly, there is a big institutional and technical difference between teaching and lecturing. Teachers always have to give exams to assess the student's understanding of the subject matter. Lecturers don't. They show up to speak their minds, and everyone draws out what they want from the fountain of knowledge. Most of us working in universities do not have this luxury. Therefore, we are teachers. I am forever grateful to those teachers and lecturers who have truly impacted my life in a way that was meant to make me into a better person. I don't know about the latter, but I know at least enough to say that without them, I would not be as happy as I am today, and would definitely be in a terrible situation in life. I cannot mention them all, but there are 3 that I must pay homage to. Firstly, Mrs. Rurigi, my grade 2 teacher, who patiently put up with my rebelliousness and finally managed to transmit to me, from such a tender age, a true love for duty. Thanks to her, I've grown up seeing that virtue is indeed its own reward. Then, a big thank you to Silvano Baruso, my high school teacher and one of the greatest men I have ever known, a man who taught me how to work with my mind, my heart, and my hands. Lastly, Professor Luis Romero, my master's lecturer, who demonstrated the power of synthesis and the importance of philosophy as a way of life, not just an erudite theory. If I ever attain even 1/10 of the qualities of these great educators and manage to do for others what they did for me, my joy in this life will be ever closer to complete.